Okay.
There we go.
Oh, well,
Talk and chew gum is for amateurs.
oh, yeah.
Talk, be live, get tech going, get the recording going, get the transcription going. That's where we're at in this day and age with technology. Anyway, greetings, salutations, everybody. Can you believe we are coming to the double digit for June, which is the 6th month? Like the 6/6 is tomorrow. Like, oh
Oh,
my goodness.
right.
Oh my goodness. Where has 2026 gone? Anybody else feeling like this is just going whoosh, flying by? Like flying by. So, as Anita mentioned, we are all in alignment, creating sacred spaces with Anita A, Cheryl V, your stress reduction gurus, and we get our inspiration and our messages for Oracle card reading from the Personal Paradise card deck by Tara Catherine Collins. And it's always fascinating because we've had one person say, I want a card. So, yay, Dal, we'll give you a reading. Absolutely. 90% of the time, the cards are for everybody. And definitely the cards that came up for me are for everybody. They're definitely for my partner, and they are for everybody that I work with out
And
of
Sharon,
Bluegrass.
Sharon just put up her hand.
Sharon put up her
So,
hand. Good morning, Sharon.
yay.
Yay.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm going to let you get into your zone.
Yes,
And
please.
so I had already, before Sharon put up her hand, I already had one card fly out, and I know it's for me and everyone, maybe. So yeah, I'll see what card Sharon wants, and you can do one for Dell. Hmm. Okay, well, Sharon, how's the weather out there in BC? Have you been out golfing? Yeah, give us some comments there. I know today we have the beautiful sun is shining. All week's been kind of cloudy and rainy, and we haven't been able to do much outside. So maybe today and a little bit tomorrow we'll be able to do that. Because
Yes,
the
yes,
weed,
yes. And
the
in
weeds,
between.
hmm the weeds are saying hello, hello.
Ah, but that is life, dearest. There is
Hmm.
growth all around you. Sometimes you just have to stop and look at the plants. Ah,
Hmm.
greetings, dear ones. We are excited to be here with you. This vessel had two cards come out, and the first one is number 22, comfort and safety. We know this is of utmost importance for all, especially many that are near waterways. For the rain that you have currently received, recently received, has brought those water levels up. So, yes, humankind loves to have a view of the water. They want to be the ones closest to the water. And with that can come dangers. For with fire, with wind, with earth, with water, with growth, all have an exorbitant amount. They have a minimal, and there's that comfort zone. So, depending upon where you live and what you are going through, comfort and safety is of utmost importance. Yes. Now, the first card that came out we spoke about for Delmain is the comfort and safety card. She is traveling this morning with her father. Could that be a more impactful card? Their comfort and their safety is of utmost importance as they travel, as it is with all of you. And that comfort usually comes in the, well, that's too hard, that's too soft, that's just right. As is with the water, as is with the wind, as is with every element in your life, including in your home. Finding that comfort level is important. Safety, of course, is always important. But when you are in comfort, your autonomic nervous system relaxes and allows you to make different choices, sometimes better choices, often better choices, than when you are in fear or flight or whatever modality, whatever hormone rising level you want to put a name to it. This vessel this morning just had an image pop into her mind, and she instantly felt how her body went into that dopamine creating level and thought, seriously? It's a thought. Understand you have those kinds of thoughts all day long, and your surroundings impact those thoughts. So your comfort and your safety, Delmain and everyone, is being impacted by your surroundings, by your environment. And if there is something in that environment that is triggering thoughts that are unsafe, guess what that brings more of? And then your hormone levels shift, which affects your body, which affects your non autonomic nervous system, and that whole cycle continues. You see, dearest beings, you're always in a place of decision. Do I stay with that thought? Do I keep that thing? Or do I release it along with the energy that is built up in my body, sometimes stored in places and locations that are detrimental? The second card that came up that we wish to speak of is plants, the number 9 card. How many of you have ever walked into a greenhouse or into a yard or a garden or a space where you just instantly stopped or paused, took a deep breath, and let your body relax? This is the important of plants. That connection with nature, that connection with growth, with constant evolution, which is where you are at now. Dearest beings of light, you are a plant. You are a holistic being. And finding the comfort, the safety allows for that growth. It matters not of your age. These cards, as always, speak to both of these hosts as it does to those watching. Dalmain, comfort and safety. When you are at home, have a look closely at your surroundings. What is keeping you on edge? This is our question for you. Dearest beings of light, we love you deeply and we wish you namaste. Hmm.
Beautiful. Thank you. I want to add to the card for Dalmain, and something that came up for me is disrepair. What currently in your home right now is in disrepair that could be potentially a hazard or a risk uh, for your comfort and safety?
Mm.
So, sometimes it's just those subtle little things. It could be, you stub your toe on something or you catch your elbow going by or, whatever. Just pay attention. And if there's something that's been maybe irritating you or
Mm-hmm.
kind of back out there uh, lately that's in slight disrepair. Uh, I'm just getting the message that you might want to take care of that because it's going to affect, uh, you know, it's
Everything.
gonna get bigger, right?
Yeah.
It's gonna get bigger. And of course, plants are just, they're our life force energy. Without plants, we don't have food. Without food, we're good
Mm-hmm.
for a couple of weeks with just water, but then after that, we're out of here. So, plant medicine. I actually started on June 1st. I'm doing a 30-day cleanse, and it's all plant medicine based. Mother Nature has put all these beautiful gifts in front of us. So, that might be for somebody there today too, that maybe if they are thinking they need a cleanse or some extra nourishment, reach out and I'll share the cleanse that I'm on. Okay, Miss Sharon, card number 10 came out for you, which is sound makers. And in Feng Shui, we would recommend a sound maker as what we call a qi enhancer to kind of liven up a space, to call in the qi, with a wind chime or, some kind of movement, something in especially the entranceway. We all intuitively respond to sound because we're frequency, we're energy, and our cells recognize the sound and it makes us happy. Think of your favorite song. When I did Feng Shui, the essential Feng Shui certification training last week, we started every morning with a song that was beautiful, that set the tone for the day. And then when we needed to get energized in the afternoon, I would play another song. I can see clearly now, the clutter's gone. Anyways, and then we had some fun and we danced and we sang. And so, it kind of lifts up your energy. So, Sharon, where in your life right now have you, maybe you haven't been turning up the volume and, dancing a little bit and just, don't take life so seriously and just maybe sing and use your own sound maker. Um, and or maybe it again is that invitation for you to speak out about something that you've been holding on to that maybe you haven't, spoken your truth about. So I really think that there's a combination for you there today about using your voice for play and getting into that playful energy to lift up the chi, enhance the chi, right?
Mm-hmm.
And also to speak your truth. And do you know that we all have, Cheryl and I actually met some incredible people last year when we were traveling in Salt Lake City. And we use a service called Quantum Voice Code because we all have our own unique voice code signature, just like our fingerprint, just like our DNA, anything like that. And it has the ability when we tone or tune our voice, we can have the ability to manage our frequency, bringing us back into that homeostasis, which again, relates to comfort and safety, all of that. And again, if you want to know more, just pop a link, a message, and we'll tell you all about that. And speaking of toning, Sharon, I also had the message for you that maybe it's spending 5 minutes a day just toning. So
Mm-hmm.
when we think about monks, we think about different religious cultures around the world, you know, what does that sound like? Right? Just try doing the for a little bit. And the word and maybe it was meant to be toned. Hmm. So, invitation for you, Sharon. Uh, Use your voice in a different way than maybe you have been, because that's going to increase your frequency, your chi, your vibration. Okay. Um, we also had somebody, Carlene wanted a card, and I pulled another card,
Oh,
number
lovely.
46, health and family.
What was the number?
46.
Thank you.
So all of that, kind of relates to the comfort and safety, if you're eating properly, high quality, high energy foods, that, using our voice, all of those things does relate to health and family. And so, Carlene, this might be the culmination for you to look at all of these things combined and how is it that you can improve your own personal health? Maybe right now you're having some challenges with family relationships. And the best thing you can do in any of those situations is take care of yourself first.
Yes.
And you do that by nourishing your body with beautiful plant food, making sure that your surroundings make you do that comfortable, safe, and of course, aesthetically pleasing. Using your voice when you need to use your voice to express those concerns and or opinions. Um, Maybe it's using your voice in regard to talking to a medical professional. Maybe there's something going on in your health that maybe you need a second opinion. Maybe it's something to do with that. That's kind of what I'm picking up. Anything else you want to add to that, Cheryl?
Well, I keep being drawn to the Bagua for Carlene, and I'm not sure how much of the Feng Shui Carlene's familiar with. Thank you for joining us, by the way. But the health and family area, Carlene, runs basically when you're standing at the entrance to any room, it's in the middle to your left. And in this picture, we show it green because, well, that's the color coordinated with it, which is also about the wood growth, the plant growth. So I really think that there is a combination in here for Carlene about plant health and her health. And now I'm getting a message as, are you a rescuer, Carlene? Are you one of the people that rescues the plants because you're pretty sure you can bring it back to life? Just curious, not right, not wrong. However, when you surround yourself with things that are struggling to survive, that creates an environment of struggling to survive. I'm not sure how that registers with you, um, but it's food for thought. Ha! Look at all the food puns intended and not intended. Anyway, that's what came through for me for Carlene. I was kind of doing the math with the numbers as we were going along, and I got number 6. What did you get?
Yep. I got the same, and I was chuckling
Woo!
because you just at the beginning talked about 6/6 being tomorrow, and here we are.
Here we are with
Here
a
we
6.
are.
So,
We're planning for 6/6 tomorrow.
right? Exactly.
Carlene, Sharon, and Delmaine, just leave us a comment if
Yeah,
those
absolutely.
resonated for you today. If because sometimes we're, kind of wacky. We're out there. That's why we wear the funny glasses.
So when it comes to the number, I refer to double digitology, Merida Harper, Joy Roby. When the 6 appears for you, dearest, it is time to move into action. The 6 also brings a sense of deep divine harmony. Yes, when you think of harmony, what images are created in your world, your vision? A peace-filled valley, or maybe it's the first glimpse of a sleeping baby. Harmony that moves through even the most distanced of hearts. Humans cannot help themselves when they look on a new life sleeping in perfect security and centered peace to feel that harmony flowing through their hearts. The reflective response to a sleeping baby is an overflowing emotion of harmony and love. Now, take that feeling and anchor it into the cell, into your cells. So when you see the six, you can feel the same harmony wash over you. Now, isn't that perfect? As it always is, right? The six, that shape, and Adironda is referring to that because it's pregnancy, pregnant with expectations, pregnant with ideas. And hopefully today we helped you start something.
Just typing back here to Carlene. She said she is not a plant rescuer.
Okay.
Yay.
Yay.
However, she thinks she has a black thumb.
Oh, maybe that's what they were talking about. I don't know. What can
Yeah.
I just bring through what I see? Anyway.
Well, yeah. Anyways, and just, just an FYI, in my experience, people that refer to themselves as having a black thumb or not being able to care for plants, etc., usually 80% of the time it's because they overwater them, they
Mhm.
overcare for them. So it's usually not that you don't, you're just giving them too much love.
Yeah.
Um,
Overindulgence.
yeah. So anyways, it's all about the care, and
100%.
you know, it's all
Yeah, it's
it's
all
all,
connected.
yeah,
All
it's all connected.
connected. It's interesting that plants and sound makers came up because Anita and I are preparing to do a live workshop. And it's
Oh,
going to come out here shortly. We will announce some dates and times, et cetera, locations. But it's going to be talking about your front entrance where sound makers and plants help. Go figure. Everything is connected.
go figure. Go figure. Okay, well, you know what? Everybody have a beautiful weekend. Hopefully you get
Yes.
out and get to touch some plants, use
Hmm.
your voice, sing a song.
Spend some time in nature
Mhm.
and let your body just calm down. Have yourselves a great week, everyone. Bye for now.
Bye for now.